Hey guys, I want to go over in this video how I went from hating math to really enjoying math and just making it my life mission to get good at it. And my math videos have not been very good at recently because my math skill hasn't really gotten to the point where I need to get it to. And yes, I can make math videos on easier, more introductory, basic topics, but I'd have a little fun in actually being able to study new math. And for that, it's going to be taking a little bit of time to get there. I am getting better, much better at this. I've already been kind of going at this for about half a year now at this point, studying math on and off almost every week. So I am improving. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But I also want to tell you what happened before the last year, because there was a point in my time, aka until 2024, mid 2024, where I absolutely hated math and anything scientific. Now, if you go back, my very old videos I did, programming videos, that was because that was the only thing I could do because my brain was not functioning. I was having too many panic attacks every single day. I couldn't even hold a conversation because of my worries of my panic attacks. So I thought, hey, well, just do some program videos. That's what I did. I'm going to see if I can do same thing for mathematics, okay? Because I really want, I've made at least 100 videos in programming that's gotten over 1,000 views. I'm trying to get to the point where I can do the same for mathematics and make at least a video every single day. I know I can do this. Why did I hate math for such a long time, and why is math so difficult for me to study right now? Now, if you kind of put two and together and you put do a little history lesson, if you hate something for a long time, the community that represents that is going to probably end up making content that's not easy for it to understand those subjects. Now, math is something that's probably one of the most basic that everyone has to learn, so it's probably one of the subjects that's a little bit easier to consume. But if you look at if you have someone that hates you, you're probably going to make content that it's not going to be helpful to you or to that person. And this is kind of how I alienated myself from the entire scientific community and every single cultural population out there demographically. So watching old content is a little cringe for me. I'm sorry, guys. It's just the way it is. I have to improve. But I am learning mathematics every single day now. No question about that. Some of these videos are just incredibly hard for me to get through. But there are also a lot of videos where I've gotten to the point where I can actually consume the content pretty quickly. Newer videos, I can almost one-shot learn, but part of the fun is looking to my past and using the whole content. Because still, if I type in any calculus subject on YouTube search or any math subject, the most popular results are typically ones that are at least a year old. Now, there are videos that are coming out within the next that are popular, that are getting recommended to me in the search engine when I type a random topic in math, that are more recent and more recent. However, the majority of them, maybe 80 to 90% of them, are still the old ones, and it's going to take a while before I get to the point where I can watch videos that I want to watch the way I want to watch, and I get the information I need to so I can actually study calculus. Because if all the videos that I consume and all the math content, the websites are good because search engine is more quickly updated, unless it's like Khan Academy. Khan Academy is not a good example because Khan Academy don't update their courses. Their newer materials are good, but their old material still gets a lot of SEO hits, whereas some of the other websites that I visit are much better for the updated copywriting helps me understand math much quicker. If all the content was like that, I could probably learn Calculus 1 in the next 2, maybe 2.5 months, and then move on to Calculus 2 and 3. But right now, it's going to be taking me at least another 2-3 months just to be able to absorb content fast enough to progress at a decent level, especially a lot of videos that I watch are old videos. And I'm trying to get it because there are benefits to be able to watch old videos. Because it's not, if I begin to be able to watch the old math videos, I can also do that for other videos, like other science topics, and just any video that are older in general. So these days, when I do get the chance, I do try to watch movie trailer clips of scenes from older movies and TV shows, older content from older times, just so I can understand how to process the information and then still actually feel logical. What I'm doing is so that's the question: how I went from hating math to loving math. So what happened was, when I was young, I had the typical Asian parents who forced you to learn piano, violin. I played saxophone, high school band, because saxophone, whatever. But I hated it. I haven't touched my saxophone since I graduated, and it's still downstairs, and I absolutely despise it. But it is what it is. My parents sort of forced me to focus only on what Asian people typically are good at, like academics and basically academics and religion, which is, I got away from religion, but it was really tough for me. It still is, to be honest, actually very, very tough. I try not to talk about it because I really want to focus on STEM. I don't really care too much about these other things. I don't care about video games too much anymore. I still do play video games like on the occasion when I'm feeling really stressed out, but I'm trying to like learn how to manage my emotions better so I can go completely on STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and French because I am Canadian and I'm trying to learn French because the political elites in Canada speak French. And if you want to learn Canadian culture fully, you have to learn French, and I want to do that. So I'm going to work on that. So I basically got traumatized. One of the reasons I had panic attacks for so long, and I had panic attacks for 20 to 30 times per day for from the grades 5 to 6 to around grade about 6 to the age of like 33, almost 34 basically. So it's been a really rough ride, and I lost a lot of, I know I work out a little bit, but I actually have like very limited mobility in my shoulders, my neck, my breathing, my jaw. I have like a tics because of my health issues, and it's really not that fun, to be honest. I can't walk fast because my foot injury. All these things could have been avoided. I can't even sleep easily. So like, I had all these things happen to me because my parents neglected my emotional intelligence growth, and they like, I mean, I had some things that like I had a hypersensitivity to I can't wear glasses properly. Like if I wear glasses or I have anything, I don't like wearing watches, jewelries. I hate necklaces. I'm like, I have to feel really comfortable. That's kind of my thing. My shoulders kind of hurt. Like, so I couldn't wear glasses, and like it really like triggers my my sensitivity. Like if I put like these glasses, I custom ordered like cheap ones from Amazon, and I really bent it around a lot and like did a lot of things so that it doesn't fall off and all these things. And like I got custom pads that are, it's really cheap, but like I had to get this. If I go to a eyewear store and I try hundreds of glasses, because I literally did this a few years ago, if I try like 100 glasses, if I'm able to wear one or two of them comfortably, that's a miracle. Like I literally went to the like a thousand. I tried thousands of glasses over a few months just to see if I could find glasses. I couldn't. I had to resort to getting it online, because like my sensitivity is like triggered from that, and it's just my mind. That's not my mind. If I wear like I still have like all my old glasses. If I wear any one of them, even though the eyesight is perfectly matched, if I actually wear it, and I literally can't wear it for more than 20 minutes without going insane. It's just I really can't do it. So that probably contributed heavily towards me learning how to grow anxiety. But instead of my parents doing the creative thing and say, oh, maybe he's going through sin, let's help him like trying to understand like different problem solving skills, they said, no, that is part of your genetics. You're Asian, you have no mental health whatsoever, you just have to study and you'll naturally get a degree, and that will get you a $200,000 plus job. All you have to do is get all A's. Don't ever socialize. Listen to your parents. Like, so like combined with all that, by the time I was in grade 6, I was having severe panic attacks almost every day. Grade 6, probably a grade 8, around 8, 9. That was the time I was already kicking in pretty heavily. When I was like 17, 18, I started doing self-help. It was so heavily, like the Pavlov's dog's response to my brain for panic attacks was so heavily ingrained by the time I was 17 and 18. I literally read thousands of dollars worth of books, hundreds of self-help books during that time. I did every single self-help exercise that I could possibly do, that I could find, read, hear about, learn about, think about. None of it worked. What worked was getting hospitalized in the mental hospital forcibly twice, getting misdiagnosed twice, getting forcibly injected medicine twice that I do not need, and I basically gave up on life. And I decided to just say, even my parents would say, oh, I guess he's just going to be like this for, and I thought I was going to have panic attacks for the rest of my life. And I thought that's just how it was. It was really, really sad, to be honest. Like it was insane. Like for those who remember me just acting a little bit out, but like still talking confidently, this is what I had to go through. Like in my 20s, when I was like trying to act confident, because I got confident enough to get laid a few times. I got laid a few times, but like I would still feel panic attacks multiple times a day, and each time I'd feel it, I have to like do insane physiological mental responses just to like not like lose focus and like just go insane. Like it was insanity. And like it's a miracle that I even like I was able to like have like even a little bit of intimacy, if you can call that, with the few girls that I met at that time, right? So as soon as I got laid a few times, I was like, all right, I have to focus on my career, and I completely left that, and that's when just things took it down for the worse, and I just lost everything. Like when you can't think properly. Here's what I don't know how panic attacks were for other people, but for me, I had like heart palpitation. I had like everything happened to me like for multiple reasons. like this, what happened to me dozen times a day would I would have I would like when a panic attack, I'll breathe fast, I like sweat a little bit, and I would literally lose focus. Like if someone was talking to me and have a conversation, I would like immediately panic, not know what's going on, completely like it's almost like amnesia, but it's not. Like like I would like completely lose focus. I can't remember what the full train of thought was, and I would look like a complete fool. Like from having a normal conversation, I would look like a toddler who's just learning how to learn words. And the thing is, my brain is intact. So if I get the social response of humiliation on top of that, it like the humiliation just stacked over again for like from like middle school age to the age of 33. It was insanity. And on top of that, I tacked on all these like physical health injuries. I know I work out, but like I have a lot of very limited mobility, right? So combined with all these things and all these like really past sad life experiences, it just happened. And because I got so traumatized by my parents forcing me to do education, not being able to do the creative things I wanted to do, I gained an extreme hatred for science, engineering, mathematics, and technology. Like the thing is, I love technology. I respect it. I know how important it is because I really liked healthcare technology. Like I used to actually look up every single week, have my Google alerts on bionic eye technology because I was so afraid of losing my eyesight because my eyesight was one of the big causes of my anxiety attacks, my glasses and my eyesight and things like that. Because like, in Korean the word ai means like a child, but I in English means I, and then that's so when I think of my eyes, and my name is Simon Suh, so SUH Suh, I see saw past seen, like that whole I thing probably triggered me a lot, and that's probably one of the reasons I get so triggered. Like I still, even to this day, if I have to force myself to look in a short-term computer screen for multiple times, for like more than an hour at a time, I will probably get anxiety. Despite that, I still somehow managed to land a junior web developer job back in 2011 to 2013. Thank you, Diane Askin, for hiring me at NetClimber Web Designs. Thank you. And I did that job while feeling panic attacks, not just while I'm in the office, because that translates to back when I'm home and I'm thinking what's gonna happen the next day. And this is like, I didn't tell her what was going on, and but I basically felt a traumatizing anxiety for 2 years while working that job, and I did it anyways. And the thing is this, like, all these negative stack up, like when you keep on stacking up these negative experiences, it really stacks on really quickly and for a long time. For human beings, 20, 30 years, 20 years is a long time. Okay, so, and the thing is, like, it got to a really point, it really deteriorated a lot. I started listening to really hardcore rap music in the wrong ways. The weird part is when I got psychiatric help forcibly that I did not want, I repeatedly told that I was to the psychiatrist in my multiple case matters, so I was getting these panic attacks, and they dismissed it every single time for multiple years. That's why I'm like when a psychiatrist say, this is what your prescription is like, yeah, sure, whatever, who gives a damn? Like you messed me up to the point. I literally injured my left foot. I don't remember what her name was, and I know she wasn't in the wrong. It was just what happened, right? Because at this point I decided I didn't want to like hold grudges against people anymore. But what happened was my case manager, and she was constantly saying, you need to work hard, you need to work, why don't you get part, because when you're getting these panic attacks, it's really hard to put yourself in a humiliating situation where you're gonna get humiliated socially, because just I'm feeling panic attacks and I'm getting, but my humiliation receptors are fully intact in my brain. So I wanted to avoid humiliation over and over again. I self-isolated because I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was forced to go see the psychiatrist multiple times. Really drags you down because you're getting scrutinized and you can't think the way that you want to think. And I was so guilt tripped that I ended up like injuring myself because like I kept like because in my mind like I'm not sick for this, but I need like it happened, right? I wish it didn't, but it did. And I lost the ability to walk, and that's fine. I will deal with it. I'm gonna move forward, but that's what happened. Okay, guys, I'm not telling the full story, but that's basically what it is. Maybe if things work out for me in the future, I will delve down deeper and tell exactly what happened a little bit more fully. But right now, I'm just like purposely leaving out a few details. I felt very guilt tripped into not doing what I should be doing in life, and I was seeking out. So I was thinking about how I can injure myself, and that's kind of what led to me injuring my foot by myself. I tore my tendon by trying to twist my ankles a lot. because I like cracking my ankles, and I did it really hard, and I literally tore my tendon or whatever the muscle is, and it's to the point where I can't even walk well anymore. Okay, so that's kind of worse. Okay, so whatever, doesn't matter. I move forward, and all that time. Now that was a little bit more recently, but before that, I really acted out when I was listening to rap. Like I really hated hold a grudge against like my parents for like forcing me into like academics I didn't want to do. By the way, I got all A's when I was in high school, and I got pretty good marks in my first year of university. But like health problems kicked in, and then it didn't work out, right? Because I was like, oh, I was in the right place, was the right time. So when you have this hatred for sciences and math, yeah, you're gonna have some weird views about it, and the videos that are produced during the time are really gonna be bad. And I was like so good at making enemies with everyone because I was so stressed out that it's not just math, but any like non-science videos it was difficult for me to learn from. And on top of that, from 2000, there was the multiple years, especially from 2000 to 2023. I was completely mentally incapacitated. I didn't talk to anyone. I was completely nobody. I was like a social pariah. So I was like the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of society. It's almost as if listening to videos that were made before I was born would have been better because at least I can dissociate completely. But when you're associated with all those negative down, low status, depressing memories, watching old videos, even if it's math content and academia for studying, can be a little bit hard. But I'm doing it anyways because I have to look at my past, reflect on it, and do work upon it so I can gain the knowledge from the past, because there are videos from the past that are still very good. The newer videos, as time goes on, it's going to be less and less important. But even right now, the last 1 year worth of math videos is not enough for me to study math by myself. I need to dig it down to the last 5 to 10 years. Okay, so that's kind of how this works. So I'm getting better, So over the last year, I tried everything because I thought I want to do marketing, I want to do sales, I want to do video game development, video game marketing, all these things, graphic design. I tried everything, copywriting, story writing, whatever, everything. Okay, so I had to get it out of my system because like I had it so convoluted in my head of what I wanted. Because like when you're stressed out, you can't really think about what you want and do self-reflection and see this is what I want to do in my life. That's what I want to do. Like you have to actually try it out, like. And give it a good go on yourself, because everything when I was younger, it made no sense to me because I was feeling anxiety all the time. So even if I did something, it's like, yeah, sure, it doesn't matter. Like I never got anything positive out of it. So like the experiences weren't beneficial to me. So now I finally got to the point where I can at least defend myself and I have this like negative feeling to my mind, but I was at least trying things out because I really wanted to learn how to do something for money. So I tried everything out, web design. I built a few websites, made a little bit of money. Did cold call like 1,000, 2,000 numbers in USA and Canada. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do it, but I thought that's what I wanted to do because if I'm social, I have to do sales because I don't feel anxiety anymore. I should be able to do sales now. Not how it works. I actually like doing STEM engineering. Is what I found. Even video games, the last most recent stint I did was all these video games. I'm going to be a video game marketer and I'm going to create video games. I actually had 3 beta games made for me from amazing people that I met online. We worked together. We built some few games. I decided not to do it because I didn't want to pursue that project. And then I wanted to market, just see like generic games like Brawl Stars, if you see my old videos. Now that I have tried all these things, I feel much happier. I realized that I actually want to do what is problem solving, right? Like I'm still formulating this thought, but I want to solve problems in the world. The more problems I can solve for people, the better. And the best way to solve problems is engineering. Not even scientific research, just practical engineering, where I use given knowledge that we have today in our literature of, research papers, right? And we pick out things and we actually solve people's problems. Now I could have done programming, but the way that I'm learning, I'm really stressed out. Like even watching old math videos, I have to watch the same video for like a dozen hours, if not 20 hours sometimes, depending on how severe the depression triggering is. Whereas new videos, I can watch it in like 30 minutes and get the full concept. So like 30 minutes versus 20 hours. That's like 40x harder that I have to work for old videos. And sometimes even that's not enough, depending on what video I'm watching. And these are some of the most popular YouTubers too. So I really have to, like, if I cherry pick just the YouTubers that I want to watch, I can do that. But some of the most mainstream popular academia YouTubers, I actually can't watch their videos because it's that bad. Literally, it takes me up to 40 to 50 times to process old videos. I'm trying to shorten down. Now it's getting to the point. It's like, and I'm narrowing the gap. It still takes time, but like the good thing about old videos is there's no more older videos coming out. So once you learn how to extract the logical and lesson instruction from old videos, it's it's for life. I can get that anytime, again and again and again. But building up to that is like I at one point I was emaciated. I had no muscles. I still have a lot of mobility issues, but I gained some muscles. I have to work my brain muscles so I can get the math logic out of it into my mind in a practical way that I can actually make my own videos for my YouTube channel. But eventually I wanted to actually do engineering, but that's going to be some time. And so the way that I went from hating math to loving math is I basically did self-therapy, and I solved all these things that I hated, that I thought I wanted to do, and realized the happier I become, the more pragmatic I become, the more I want to use my mind for logic and actually solve problems for the world, for us. Okay, I'm sorry guys, look, I'm really not good at this, but I want to solve problems. What are the big, because I want status and recognition too. And I realized the best way to get status and recognition, at least the way that I want to do it, is by solving problems for other people. Now you can make music, you can make video games. However, engineering and creating products is the best way to reach mainstream across the globe. We might all speak different religions, atheisms, cultures, languages, but we all use our logical minds to create products to increase the benefits of the material world, right? You want better healthcare technology, you want better engineering, better buildings, safer streets, safer everything, right? It's faster computer chips, better graphics so you can play more fun video games, all these things. Like, we need better systems in due process. Like, we just got to work on it, follow the due process. Like the scientific method, there's the engineering design processes. Follow the engineering design process so we can actually build things together that we can utilize in an efficient, optimal manner. I don't know how it works yet. I'm not there yet, but I really want to gain respect from people because that's something that I value. And I found that the easiest way for me to do that is by actually doing engineering and getting people. So how I went from hating math to loving math, I understood that respect is heavily given to those who can contribute via engineering. Because I don't know, because that's what I like. Because even when I was going through all these sales and all these video game things, I always had a huge amount of respect for scientists and engineers, especially engineers, because I have a huge, because I'm physically immensely injured and I want to live a longer life, and I want to regain some of the health through rejuvenating reversal engineering, reversal aging healthcare technology, right? So I want those things. And I always have a huge respect for technology. I know AI and robots will one day end us all, but until then, I want to do what I'm programmed to, and I want to solve my own problems. And part of my own problems is actually healthcare technology, okay? So, and I also learned that other people give a tremendous amount of respect to engineers too, and I give a lot of respect to engineers. That's what I like doing. So, I think I just like brass knuckled my way through all the pain that I went. I know this is the old analogy that in my mind. It's not exactly the right analogy I should be using, but I remember Owen Cook, back when he was a Real Source Dynamics pickup artist dating coach. He said, he said it nicely to me, for me to understand. You're like a brass ball that has a lot of rust on it or a lot of residue, and you just gotta flame on it, like Evan, who's that Captain America guy who played flamethrower. You gotta be that flame on guy, and just blowtorch away the oil that's wrapped around it so you can get back to the brass iron and see who you are for who you are. Now, that's not what I should be saying as an Asian man of my analogy. However, that's kind of one of the things that I remembered from his old dating coach videos that I ripped off because I had no money from Pirate Bay or whatever, So I did that thing. But, like, I went since the end of 2023, so that's 2 years now, I just wiped away all my pain. I like the amount of emotional pain that I was in right when I started learning how to talk to people while not having to worry about panic anxiety was like unimaginable level. Like, if you watch my older videos, even though you can tell that I'm not in the right space of mind, and I'm still not. I'm still working on it. Okay, I learned that I love doing STEM engineering. I love solving problems, and I decided I'm going to do what I want to do. So I got rid of my pain and finally saw my personality in my own eyes for who I am. And that's the story. I finished my journey of finding who I am. Did I finish it completely? No. I'm probably just getting started. But I learned that I want to solve problems in life. And that's why I went from hating math to loving math. So I know this is, I actually wanted this video to be really short, but it kind of ended up being really long. That is the long story short of it. It really is not an easy answer for me, but I thought I'd make a video because, my math videos right now, I'm really not doing good because my ability to solve math is not really hot right now. I need to develop this skill set over time. I am going to get good at it. I made 100 videos plus of web program tutorials that got over 1,000 views each. I know I can do this for mathematics, and I'm gonna make it happen. I just have to learn the proper steps so I can actually get there. So anyways, I'm working on it. I thought I might make some random math videos that isn't exactly math because I'm having a bit of a hard time. So that was me talking about myself. I hope you guys aren't traumatized by my videos about what I went through, but I'm being honest. Thought I might share what's on my mind, and I'm working very hard to get where I need to get to so that I can have a job online, because I literally can't even work in an open office setting or a fast food joint or a restaurant because like I have too many injuries. I can't even walk outside that way. I don't even go outside that much because I have too many injuries. It's just not that fun for me. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Okay, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna get good at math, and I'm gonna be very, very big online with my online businesses. Hopefully in education for now with academia, but moving forward, I actually do want to do bigger projects, but I need some money for it. So right now I have to do marketing, and hopefully my math videos start getting traction, maybe starting next month. Probably not this month, I'm a little less hopeful, but starting next month, maybe some of my videos are a little bit better and I improve my presentation skills. So who knows, I'm gonna get there. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you know what you're doing in life. I hope you're making a lot of money. I'm going to continue working, and I'll see you guys in my next video, guys. Love you guys. Peace. Let's keep the science, technology, engineering, mathematics going, and never stop losing sight of what we want to create in our world. Later, engineers. Peace.